So, guys, I'm a big fan of Survivor, but currently there's actually a show or a YouTube series that I think is way better than Survivor, and that is Barstool, Surviving Barstool. And I'm going to talk about that in this video. So guys, I was on my laptop, I was on YouTube, casually scrolling, and I looked up Barstool. I don't know why, I just wanted to look it up. Tommy Smokes, he's one of the characters on there. If you guys don't know what Barstool is, it's essentially like a media platform, news platform, sports platform, but then also they do content as well. And so I noticed that there was actually a Surviving Barstool, so almost like a Survivor, but on Barstool, and I didn't really understand at first how that was going to work. So when I started watching, it's essentially you have a bunch of these office workers that are competing in Survivor-like challenges in their office, and I think that's such a great concept. I love that idea of the fact that like people who work in an office are just forced to stay there for X amount of time competing in challenges. You get that whole kind of banter back and forth between people. You have the hidden immunity idols, you have the tribal councils, you have the jury, that whole kind of thing, and it's absolutely crazy. I mean, the people in there, I mean, you have Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool, he's competing in it. Tommy Smokes, there was Big Cat, PFT. I mean, there's all of these really great personalities that are on the show, and it's just so far it's just been this like hilarious thing that's been going on. So I'm gonna recap what I've already seen. So if you guys have not seen it yet, you probably should leave this video now, but if you haven't, go and check out the Barstool, Surviving Barstool. I think they're on episode 3 right now, so go check it out. But I'm going to talk about what has already happened in the show. So off the bat for season 1, or for episode 1, we got to meet the entire cast, a lot of really interesting personalities. And what's nice about it is that Dave Portnoy, who's the owner of Barstool, is actually in this season, and I think that's an interesting dynamic because when you're the owner of a company and you're competing in a game show that is being run by the company that you own, the dynamic of how people play the game is really interesting. So you have people who are on the show that are like, okay, do I bring Dave Portnoy to the end? Do I take him with me because he's the owner of the company? Or do I kind of just like get him out early because he has all that power? So it kind of has like a Russell kind of feel to it, if that's a reference to Survivor, but the fact that he has all of this power in the show. So the first episode starts, we get to see which tribes are made. There's 2 different tribes, and off the bat they get brought all the way to their offices where they have all these beds set up. And I have to say the whole producing crew of this entire like series has done an incredible job. Like when I'm watching this show, not only are the edits, the sounds, the shots, the confessionals, like they're so accurate, so good, and it just, the flow of the entire show works so well, to the point where I'm like, this is a really, really, really good production team. You feel like you're watching Survivor, but just like in New York City. Like if they were no longer at an island, New York City based, it's phenomenal. So first episode starts and we get a challenge where they have to like kick these balls into a net, roll them around, that whole kind of thing. And you just get to see this guy Rico, who is pretty much just like a knucklehead. He's always causing trouble, is just getting really angry because he's not able to score, and that affects the team because if someone is not performing well in a challenge, we've seen this before in Survivor, that they're most likely going to get voted off, right? But the thing about it is that Tommy Smokes, the guy who I referred to before, he's won season 1 of Surviving Barstool, so he's definitely a big threat. And their team ends up losing. They start, searching for idols, which I think is so funny. And I love how the production team did this, where they followed everyone to go and look for their, for like the hidden immunity idols, that whole kind of thing. And when they went to go and look for it, they're showing people, they're searching everywhere. It's just like, it's so good. So, obviously, Tommy Smokes, the legend that he is, he finds the idol, but they don't tell us that in the whole recording. So, when it comes to the tribal council, they actually end up voting out Big Cat as a complete blindside. Tommy Smokes has his idol, plays it, stays alive. Big Cat is out. Man, what a first episode. That was phenomenal. And like the episodes are over like an hour long, so there's a ton of content for every single one. In episode 2, puzzle challenges. You have this guy Hank who's just like causing so much trouble on his other tribe, trying to play suspicions that this guy Kirk is purposely losing challenges to support Dave Portnoy. Like, it just, all of these kind of little like subtle digs and parts of the plot make the show so funny. It's phenomenal. So to wrap this up, like, I'm currently watching the show. So the show is still currently going on right now. I mean, they've obviously already filmed it, but like for the viewer's sake, we're still getting to see the newer episodes. But what I think is just like so funny is not only the banter that goes back and forth, but like the actual like decisions that they're making to vote people out, the backstabbing, the secret conversations that go on, the confessionals. So all I really wanted to say is this is an amazing series. Barstool, you have killed it. This season alone, I watched the other previous seasons. This season alone is by far the best one that has been ever made. And man, I mean, I don't know how the whole legal rights are with like using certain themes with Survivor, but at the same time, I'm all for this. I think this is incredible. If you are a Survivor fan, you need to check out this series. I'm telling you, it is like the perfect thing for a Survivor fan. If you're not in an island, you're in New York City, you're in an office building, it is so good. So guys, go check out Surviving Barstool. Thank you guys so much for watching this recap, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.